And we are back. Hi, everybody. It's your buddy, Uncle Bruce. It's 3 o'clock Eastern Time. We are here for the final hour of trading. Thursday, January the 6th, 2022. Welcome to a whole new year. And we are trying to figure out where this market is going and what it wants to do. We're noticing that the Dow, since I've been off the air from my first morning show, stayed low, came up a little bit, got to the positive a little bit, then backed off again, and now it's coming on. We were just down 100 points a while ago. We're now down 60 on the Dow, and we're up 12 and a half on S&P, and we're up 47 on NASDAQ. We've had this split all day today. Yesterday and the day before, the Dow was up, and S&P mainly unchanged, and the NASDAQ was down the last couple of days. Now, the NASDAQ is higher, and the Dow is down, but there isn't much happening. The Dow's only off 0.17 of a percentage point, where NASDAQ is up 0.31. So it's a kind of 2-to-1 ratio. The NASDAQ is up double the percentage that the Dow is down, if that makes any sense to you. We'll see if these three markets get on the same page later today. We have an hour to figure it out, if that's going to happen or not, or are we going to close mixed again? The oil market, kind of unchanged since this morning. We were around 79, 80 bucks a barrel. We're still here, 79, 71. Nothing new has gone on there. On the stocks that we follow closely here, starting with Rocket Lab, we're down 2 cents. We have been kind of mostly unchanged since about 12:30 today. We were down just a little prior to that, from like 11 to 12, but we started off with a dip after we had a little rise. We went down to at 10 o'clock. We were down to $10.12. We're at 10.68, down 2 cents on 2.49 or 2.5 million shares of volume. The street just has no direction for Rocket Lab. I guess on the one hand, you could say, well, it's not down today. Not a lot of selling coming in that's overwhelming the buyers. I guess that's a good thing, since the stock is now at 10.68, where it was $15, $17, $18. A couple of months back here, we've backed off to this level, and we've sort of stopped falling. Okay, that's a good thing. On the other hand, we could go, well, it's not kind of moving either, but I guess the first thing you're going to do is stabilize and form a base and then build from there. Maybe this is it. Rocket Lab. That's Rocket Lab. SoFi today, for the last... I would say ever since 11 o'clock this morning, this stock has not moved. Doesn't seem to be able to break $14. It's $13.96. It's been like $13.80 to $14 for 5 hours. 4 hours since 11 o'clock this morning. We were as low this morning as $13.01. Again, around 10 o'clock when the markets hit their low, we were down to $13.01. Recovered now, back up to a high of back to where we are now, just under 14 bucks. 40,300,000 volume. 40 million. That's higher than normal. Like it's, we could be at 45 million by the end of the day here. We touched 426 right on the opening, right off the first 10 minutes of the day, and it looked like, oh, we're on our way. We're up, we're up nicely. Took the dump down to 13.01, and now we're back to 14 bucks. So it has been about a $1 recovery from the low of the day. That's true, and that's significant. 40 million volume, here we are, but we just are not getting. There's no way it's breaking 14 right now. There's something in the middle. There's something in the way. There must be a huge sell order out there, or there is some kind of an order out there that a broker has that says, you see 14 bids, you hit them. 13.99 bids, hit them, and just offload stock for me. That could be what it is. I'm not saying this is it, but I'm smelling a big order. I'm smelling resistance at 14. Tell me if I'm wrong. GameStop, $133.94 right now. It's up $4.50. The shares at 10 o'clock this morning bottomed out at $121.14. And they then climbed all the way up to 137.70. They hit the high of the day, or almost the high day, at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So from 10 in the morning till 3, we had this reversal. But at 137.70, the high, we're now at 133.92, just around $134. So we're 370 below where we topped out at around 3 o'clock. Sorry, not at 3 o'clock, at around 1 o'clock today. Now it's 3 o'clock. So In the last 2 hours, we've dipped a little bit and we've now come back on again. Still up 440 on the day. 3 million volume today, 3 million shares traded. That's actually a good sign. It's a good sign to have a sell-off and an up day for most of the day with 3 million volume. That's actually technically very good. We'll definitely keep an eye on this, as we always do. Matterport started terribly, like everybody else. By 10 in the morning Eastern time, we were down to 1494. We then climbed all the way up to 1703, just around 12 o'clock. We took a shot here from 16 to 1703 in like 5 minutes. We took a good run, topping out at 1703. Backed off again to the 640 level. Now we're at 1655, 56 on 12.5 million shares. And there is a steady climb going on right now for the last, I'd say, 2.5 hours, 2 hours. We've been slowly climbing about, I don't know, not a lot, but we're back to 1655. We're up 83 cents today. But we are about $1.60 higher than the low of the day here. 10% higher than the low of the day. This also is technically very good to see this kind of recovery in the stock. So maybe we have bottomed out here. Maybe that trade down there was it. Whatever selling came has come and gone. I don't know. ME, 23andMe, 612, down a nickel. 611 right now, down a nickel. 2.8 million traded. Again, at half an hour into the markets, we hit the low of the day. And I told you how important the first hour is. We had to kind of get through it to see what the pattern was. We hit the low of the day in about 35 minutes, down to 590. And then by about 11 o'clock, we were back over 6, and we've kind of reached 620 a couple of times, noon and at 2 o'clock. We're right now at 612, down 5 cents, 2.8 million. So this is a nothing burger day as far as the overall movement of the stock, but it did start at 633, went down to 590, and now we're back to 612. We'll watch ME as we always watch it. Spire, again, just after 10 o'clock this morning, it hit its low. It started off nicely at 314, 315, went down to 293. It is now at 306, and in the last 3 minutes, we've had a bit of a push here, 2 or 3 penny run to 306. 468,000. We're down 9.5 cents on Spire. We were down quite a bit more. ATIP got down around 10:30 this morning. It got down to 305 after opening up and getting up to 328. 328 to 305, and we're at 306. And we've had a couple of little false recoveries to 310, 12, 14. But we're at 306 on 804,000 shares. A quiet day today on ATIP, and not a lot of urgent buying at the moment. Smart Rent down a nickel. We're actually coming on quite a bit here this last hour, trying to get back to even. The shares went from 827 first thing this morning down to 738. So we had an 827 high and an 838 low, 90 odd cents differential in 30 minutes. And from that low, we immediately got back to the $8 level roughly. And now we're at 810, up only down 5 cents on the entire day, 1.8 million. Wouldn't take much for Smart Rent to have an up day on this day. Cyxtera up and down and up and down. We were opening at 1198, went down to 1151, hit the high of the day of 1198 around noon. Looked like everything was just peachy keen. Everything's going to be fantastic. Sunshine and lollipops, and everything was going to go great. And then we backed off again. We hung around the break-even line at 1190, 91, something like that. Dropped down again, and we're now at 1165. We're off 19 cents. Like, it's not like a disaster, but we had been up nicely. 210,000 volume. Like, there is nothing trading here. A very quiet day on Cyxtera right now. AMC is up a dime at this point at 22.85, and it has been flatlining for 4 hours around this price. A little higher, a little lower, but kind of just flat. It was as low as 20.80, $2 lower this morning. 20.80 just after 10 o'clock. So it's come back $2. Robinhood down a quarter, 15.73. Vanik Vectors got down to $299.77, 10 o'clock. Now at 307. This is a 720 recovery, $7.20. Up 382. So it turned around, it's gone positive, and it's been positive for hours. Home Depot down 51 cents. At one point, Home Depot was down to 403. It's now 406.70. That's a nice turnaround. IBM down 261 today. Today, it finally gave up some gas. It had a good run here this last, let's say, week. The shares, even in the last month, I mean, if you want to take a look at this phone, never mind the glare, but look at that. From here a month ago to here just yesterday, that's pretty impressive. We went from something like, let's see, 119.95 up to the 140 something level, 142 level, 140, 133 level. That was a good run. But we gave up some gas here, all of it today. We're now at, we opened at 138.41 at the high, got down to 132.53 at the low, $6 today. That's a drop. And then we've come back now to 135.72. We're down 250. And so we've come back, 320 a share. More than half the loss has been recouped on the IBM, with the Dow still down 68 points. It's an IBM. This is a Dow 30 component. We're still up 13 points on S&P, and we're up 58 on NASDAQ. So we still have this split market with the Dow down just about 60 points, and IBM now down 249 at 135.80. 242 actually, just popped a little bit more. Will it continue to rise? It could. I don't know how much more it'll get back, but it's trying. Microsoft, funny day today. We opened at 313. We then got ourselves up pretty quickly to about 316, then to the low of the day by 10 o'clock this morning at 311. And at 311, we're down $4 or $5 a share. Then within 20, 30 minutes, the stock went for its high of the day quote, 318. $7 run in less than 35, 40 minutes. And by 11 o'clock Eastern, it was looking great. But then it gave it all up. And we're right now at 315.98, down 40 cents. So trading at 35 PE multiple at this price right now. The stock, the high of the run was $349 so far this year. Last 52 weeks is the all-time high, just under 350. We're now 316. So that's a $34 give back, 10%. 10% pullback. That's correction. That's a correction of a stock. So we'll see what it has in store. Right now, Microsoft as of right now, 316 down 38 cents. Apple down $1.67, $1.70 at 173.25. The range today, the high was 175.30 right after the opening, down to 172 20 minutes later by 10 o'clock. And now we're 173.24 at the moment. Over on Tesla, 1,081 is where we are right now, down $7 a share. We've been down all day on Tesla. It has not seen the upside, I don't think, today. Low of 1,020, and I think we were within $1 of breaking even on the day a little while ago, but we haven't done it yet. We might do it. We have plenty of time for a bit of a rally here. If there's going to be one, we'll get it. That's Tesla. Bed Bath Beyond up $1.18 after disastrous results. BlackBerry up 3 cents. Royal Caribbean down $2.35 to 78.26. Finally giving up some room here, giving up some real estate. Stock's been in the low 80s, which is unexplainable to me. Shouldn't be anywhere near here. Goldman Sachs coming all the way back. What a run on Goldman today. We opened this morning at 401. That was the high of the day, 401. We were 412 yesterday, 412 yesterday morning. We went from 401 this morning down to 386. We dropped $15 a share in about 25 minutes. For all of you who have options out there, if you didn't buy them back at that point in time, I don't know what you're thinking, because there were some opportunities. That stock, since 10 o'clock this morning, has rebounded now to be only down $1.70. We're at $396.92. We're at $397. And it's possible Goldman might actually close in the green today. It's come all the way back. It's quite the run. So those of you who've sold off your options, you might now be looking to rewrite new ones. You may want to wait till tomorrow for the opening to see if we have an uptick to start the day. Let the stock do a little run, then take a position, grab off and blow out some 405s or 410s for next week, Friday. Might be some opportunity. Cisco today, 61.02 is the current price, up 74 cents on Cisco. This morning when it opened, it was at 50, as low as 59.91, and now it's at $61 even. So it's had a $1.10 run here. A little better. Still trading at 22 times earnings, though. Very, very affordable. Not a bad price. Norwegian Carnival are both a little bit lower, not a lot. Amazon is down $14 to $3,272. It's been down all day. Not a lot, but down all day. Facebook has been up all day. It's up 9:30 right now. And Google is up $5. It was down on the opening, then went up, held that for a long time, just dipped negative about an hour ago, but now it's positive again. Target up 292, JP Morgan up 79, Costco up 208, Walmart down 7 cents, having problems in China. What else is going on here? American Airlines down 13 cents to 18.55. And Moderna up $4.63 at 219. Moderna might have finally bottomed out here. It hit 205 this morning at 10 o'clock, also on its low. That's $14 ago. Or $15 ago, pretty well. It's come back here to 220, now up 470 on the day. So there might be some stabilizing going on there. Finally, there you have it. Those are some of the stocks we're kind of watching right now. Where we're at here, 5-cent drop on Rocket Lab, 18-cent, 392 market on SoFi, GameStop up 350, Matterport up 84 cents to 1657. ME down a nickel, Spire down a dime, ATIP down 15 cents, and Smart Rent down a dime, and Sextera down 19 cents. The Dow now negative again, just took a shot down, 125, down 125 points. S&P is holding a 5 3/4 point gain. NASDAQ is still holding a 33.5 point gain. So the last hour of gyrations are underway as people are trying to figure out where should they park their money, into what stock sectors? Where should we go for stock? And there's people out there actually convinced that interest rates are going to go much, much higher. And I just don't see it. There's no way that's going to happen. The economies of the world are not strong enough yet to lift rates dramatically. I just don't see it. But investors are investors, and they're a fickle bunch, and they can be twitchy sometimes, and they can also make big mistakes, and that might be happening in some cases if they are dropping off quality stock to because of their fear of interest rates or inflation, perhaps. I don't know. It's possible, but we'll see what happens. And we're watching oil at 79.74 right now, as we watch this market just gyrate. Yeah, pennies on the downside on some of our stocks. We don't need a lot here to be in the green on a bunch of the stocks we're following, which kind of leads me to think that 23andMe down 3 cents and Rocket Lab down 6 cents. Any kind of a buy wave into the growth areas, and our stocks will immediately have a 3 to 5 to 10% reaction on the upside, because I think people are sold out of this stuff. They're those who wanted out got out, and I think that's drying up. But that's just me. I'm the eternal optimist on these, and so we'll see what gives. Got to let this market figure itself out, because that's what it's obviously doing anyway. There you go, kids. Nice to see you here. Thank you for joining me. Alberto, thank you. DQ, thanks for coming in. Anti-PC is here. Joe N is here. Malo's here. Nova's here. Thank you. LA just killed the Super Bowl. Maximum gathering, 5,000 people, says a headline. And let's see. Who else is here? Alberto. Austin is here. Socius is here. DQ. Welcome. KY is here. Nice to see you. Coyote. John Bickman, I feel like if SoFi was hitting 14 today, it would have done it at 11:30 when it ran back up. Something's in the way. I think something's in the way on SoFi. I really do. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Munamaso is here. And let's see what else is going on here. John, it's my Spire calls. I'm really mad at. He's saying. Michael is here. How you doing, Mike? Had to run out and get the essentials beer before the snow. Is SoFi 400 yet? Well on its way. Well on its way. F. Espanu is here. How you doing? And let's see. Zed State is here. Let's Go is here. Diane Ashton's here. I'm here, always listening. Welcome, Diane. DQ is here. Nice to have you here, DQ. And you all may have spoken about this. Roach on a Tree is saying, but 23andMe initiates phase 1 clinical trial. Yeah, we did talk about this. That was I think this morning, wasn't it? Was somebody brought that up? Joanne is here. Hi, Joanne Hubs. How you doing? John Gill. How you doing, John? Welcome. Arico, analyst of CNBC, says to buy more PayPal and Matterport. Rock and roll. 1658 up 85 cents on Matterport. Let's go. And Nicholas is saying, SoFi, please stay under 14. My payday is tomorrow. Cheddar says 1398 right here. I'm throwing 1399. It's right there. False is saying, I'm not here. Shh, don't say anything. Vatican, I can't remember in my number between number 20 and number 50 for the thumbs ups. Thank you everybody for hanging in there and giving us thumbs up today. Auntie Bruce, who is Tina? Who is Tina? I don't know. Mirko, hey Uncle B, remember that I sold a put on GameStop, a strike 145 expiring Feb 4 for 18. I rolled it today into April down to 130 with a 412 profit. Plus the 150 from the new cash secured put, $1,500. Any thoughts on that, please? So, okay, so you went for time. Yeah, you went further out. Right on. Okay, you went $15 lower. Gotcha. And you pulled in a prop. I like this move, Mirko. I like your move here. Yeah, pretty good. 133 on the stock, 135, 130 on the contract. Yeah. Good stuff. Let's see. Working to buy more SoFi, says Diane. Hi, Diane. Beach Boy missed it. Has Uncle Bruce answered my cue about GameStop? Probably missed it, Beach Boy. I probably didn't go back far enough in my comments to find it. What's in the way of SoFi, Curtis Savage? It's called the Super Bowl being nerfed. Billions of free marketing gone. Also, the flipping bank charter. I'm going to laugh if it hits 12 and we get the darn thing. No more SPACs early for me ever again. I'll wait until they get all into the sub 10s and then merge without. Okay. 2020 is always perfect. Kent, hi. I'm a passenger as my newly permitted driver is driving us to Arizona. Right on. Right on. Good stuff. Let's see. Oh gosh, welcome all of you to the show here. We are down to 37 minutes to go for the day here. We're down 140 on the Dow. We're up 2 points on S&P, and we're up 22 on Nasdaq as we are meandering along here. The GameStop is up 388 at the moment. Matterport up 81 cents to 1654. Rocket Lab down 3. SoFi at 13.99, down 11 cents. ME down 2 pennies at 614. Spire down 8.5 cents at 306. It's got a little up arrow here. It's coming up at ATIP still down 15 cents. Smart Rent down 14 and Sixtera down 22. That's what we have here. The Dow down 142 right now. Microsoft, Apple both in the negative right now. And Goldman Sachs down 220 to 396.62. Nice comeback for Goldman. We'll watch and see how Goldman does tomorrow morning. If it wants to do a little pop, maybe to 405, 410, there might be some option writing opportunities. Otherwise, we'll see what it gives us. 60.89 on Cisco, up 61 cents. Okay, that's what we're watching here. number of our stocks are within pennies of breaking even. If we can get just some positive momentum into the market, we're on our way. Don't know if we'll have it though. That's the thing. Let's see. Hi, Uncle Bruce. I've got a written 165 strike put on GameStop expiring February 11. Should I wait to get closer to expiry before rolling this thing? You can roll anytime you want. If you want to roll now to say April, you might want to consider that, um, and move a little closer into the market, get a little more premium. Might be an idea. We're at 133 on the stock ballpark. You've got a 165 strike, so maybe a 140 or 135 might be in the wheelhouse for you there. Go SoFi Go, says Michael. I agree. Lord Farraquaad. Bruce, according to your rants, you used to comfort your clients about the market issues like we have now. Why do you simply say it's always a nothing burger compared to your day? I don't know what you're asking me. Covered on market issues like we have now. Why do you simply say it's a nothing burger compared to your day? Well, I don't understand the question. I mean, look at these indexes right now. The Nasdaq is up 0.13 of a percentage point. That's 1/8 of a percent. There's nothing going on. S&P 500 is 8/100ths of a percentage point higher. That's a nothing burger. Dow is out, down a third of a point, third of a percentage point. There's nothing. This is kind of like everyone's taking a day off today. Yeah, their stocks are moving. We know that. They've some gone up and down, but the indexes are just flat as all like a pancake. There's nothing going on here. Wondering what, we're all looking for direction for this market to give us an idea of what it has in mind. It's not tipping its hand to me today. Don't know about you guys, but I'm not seeing a lot there. And then when I tell you that Rocket Lab is down 2 cents, I mean, do I call this a disaster day because we're down 2 cents? I mean, SoFi down 13 cents. ME just broke even. It's unchanged on ME now. We're at 616. We've been down all day on ME. All day we've been underwater. We're now unchanged. This is actually a win. To me, this is a win. Rocket Lab has been down most of the day, down only 3 cents. This is pretty good. Not bad performance, really. But, if you want action every 5 seconds, I don't have it today. I don't see action like I'd like to. What can I tell you? There it is. What else is going on? And what's happening? What's going on? Do I let go till Monday? Do I let go till Monday, or try to enter a bid on those 270s that I want to buy back and or right cover calls? Remembering last time for me to enter an order is pre-market. Good question, my friend. At the moment, I'm looking at a GameStop here at 132.96, up 359. It's a major recovery from the low of the day of 121. I'll give you that. Is it the breakout I was looking for? No. I was kind of curious wondering if GameStop would maybe go to 140 today. Of course, yesterday I was thinking it might go to 160. So the GameStop has had a lousy week this week, let's say, backing up. So now the question is, have we bottomed out, and are we now forming a base from here, or what? I do not know. What direction I see the stock going. I can't tell you if it's going up $10 or down $10, because there is no serious direction being indicated on this stock. It's traded 3.1 million today. Understandable with a drop like it had, and bargain hunters coming in and popped up. But the bargain hunters stopped chasing the stock about 2 hours ago. They didn't keep going after it. And so here we are now at 133 roughly, up 359. And I can't tell you tomorrow if we're going to be at 125 or 145. I honestly don't know. So theoretically, you can write a $150 call on this stock, good for a week or two. But you might have to wait a week or two to see any results. If you're looking for something sooner, if you're looking for an ability to write a call, see a down dip, and buy them back and make a profit. I don't see that being offered to us at this moment with GameStop, because this market, the entire market itself, the Dow, the S&P, the Nasdaq, they're directionless. We have nothing going. The Dow now is down 99 points, a quarter of a percentage point. S&P up 6, Nasdaq up 27 points. We got nothing happening up here. So I can't point to something and say, "Oh, this is telling me that there's money coming to the market," or "This is telling me there's money coming out of the market." We're just flat right now everywhere. We're flat all over the place. And tomorrow, I have no idea. Some days that's how this market is. I bet you that 99% of the others out there are saying the same thing, going, "We're kind of taking a day off here, folks. There's not a lot to chew on." ME just went positive with a penny finally, and we're down 1 penny on Rocket Lab. So there's another stock of ours that might break even and be up here on a nothing day. But we were down. All stocks were down dramatically at 10 o'clock this morning, and they all came back to some form of recovery. And that's all we've had. That's all we've had. And that might be the big picture, the big story today, that we bottomed out and we've come back and we're forming a base, and perhaps, maybe, possibly tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, we can go higher from here, because we've had the dip across the board on stock after stock after stock after stock. Rocket Lab, SoFi, GameStop, Matterport, ME, Spire, ATIP, SmartRent, Sexter, all had bottoms. AMC, Robinhood, Vanik, IBM, Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, all bottomed at 10 o'clock. Bed Bath Beyond, Goldman, big time. Norwegian, Carnival, Amazon did it. Target was down on the bottom at 10 o'clock. Got a PayPal donation. Don't know who did that. Thank you. NVIDIA, Disney, Twitter, they all bottomed out at 10 o'clock. American Airlines, Netflix, Snowflake Inc., DraftKings, Moderna, Workday, DoorDash, Airbnb, Micron, Intel, Coinbase, all of them, Boeing, AT&T, they all did exactly the same thing at 10 o'clock. They all bottomed out, and they've all had a varying degree of recovery. But none of us are surging to new all-time highs or doubling our losses or anything like that. We've only just had a partial recovery, and now we're just laying low. And that's it. The Dow's down 141 right now. Now it's down 149. We have a last half hour coming up to this market, and the Dow is dropping again. So the Dow isn't going to lead us higher today. NASDAQ is only up 8, and S&P's down 0.19. So there you are. That's what it is. So Beach Boy, I don't know what to tell you. I have nothing. Based on what I'm looking at, I can't give you direction. It's theoretically possible that the market will have a lousy half hour and GameStop will go down $5 a share. It's possible. But it's also possible that the selling that's coming into the market right now in the last 15 minutes has all been computer algorithmic trading. And this is all just sell, 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 and then it's buy, 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 reposition, reposition. That's all it could be. And we could theoretically only close down 25 points on the Dow and bring back 120 points here. And GameStop could literally go from 132 to 130 up to 136 and close there tonight. We're directionless, and I don't have a specific anything to tell you. That's all I got. First rule of Bagel Club is you don't talk about Bagel Club. There you go. Don't you dare skip my comment to you, Bruce. Sorry. Who is Tina? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Tina, most in stock market because banks not offering interest rate. What? Meaning, Tina, most in stock market because banks not offering interest rate. I don't know what this. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you guys are doing with me. I have no idea what's going on. So I'm skipping a bunch of comments because they're stupid. Getting upset. I don't know what's going on. Let's go. Uncle Bruce. After 2 months, my stock finally made it to my new broker account. 2 months. so I could finally write covered calls on SoFi, Spire, SmartRent, Rocket Lab, and 23. But I assume I should wait for an up move. How bad is this time? Yeah, you may want to wait a bit. Yeah, that's unbelievable. 2 months. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay. Yeah. Just sit tight. Tina, sit tight. Tiff, sit tight. I agree with that. What else is going on here? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. uh, uh, I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about today, you guys. You've left me behind somewhere. I've missed a critical comment somewhere, and I'm out of the loop, and I'm not interested in getting in it. I'm too tired. I'm just too tired. I have no idea what's going on. We need Yoko. That's right. We need Yoko. That's all I can figure out too. Where are we at here? We're down 139 on the Dow. We're down a half a point, a quarter of a point on S&P. We're down 2 points on NASDAQ. We got nothing going on except for the Dow being down 100. But even that's down 0.39 of a percentage point. So I don't know. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Big Bear, nothing burger. Exactly. Down 3 cents on Rocket Lab. Down 16 cents on SoFi. Yeah, we're up 2 on ME. Yay! I'm glad to see it in the green. I really am. Smart Rent down 7 cents. Yeah, we haven't got anything going on here. Boy, oh boy. Okay. Let's see. There's no Tina. There's only Zool. There's only Zool. Oh no. Down 152 on the Dow. Looks like a crappy close. I hate crappy closes, but what are you going to do? AZ says no Yoko. Okay, no Yoko. Uncle Bruce, could you please tell us about Black Monday so these people can get some perspective? Just one story about that day, please. Black Monday. Which Monday are we talking about? Help me out. What year are you asking me about? Are you talking about the 1987 day? Is that the one you're asking me about? I didn't get to make this comment in the AM. Oil will only pop above 100 when the Cold War between Saudi and Iran turns hot, arch enemies, and the Hormuz Strait becomes contested or congested, I suppose. Too much oil. Hey, dude, you're the best. Thank you. Let's see. On a positive note, my dog sensed yesterday I was mentally down. There you go. Let's see. It's all good, Uncle Bruce. This week is only transitory. Uncle Bruce, we sent a donation through our tax down to us. You haven't yet. Happy New Year's Eve. That might have come in. That might have been it. Hang on. Let me just double check here. Happy New Year from Gulf Breeze, Florida. Thank you guys for that generous donation today on a crappy day. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, and we have 156 thumbs ups. Thank you for those. I appreciate that. Big Bear wants to know about 1987. Um, and just take a nap, please. Uh, the one after Sunday, 87. Yes. Talk to us about what happened in 1987. Talk to us about that. Was that actually on a Monday? I'm not sure if that was a Monday. Maybe you're right. Yeah, probably was Monday. Yeah, that was a day we'll never forget. I had been um, the, I already knew on that day that I wouldn't be with the firm I was with much longer because I was leaving the brokerage business to take a company public with my buddy who I was in business with at that time. But um, in 1987, I had been a branch manager for 3 4 years, and um, I had decided that at the end of the year I was going to walk from the firm that I was with, and I was going to go out to go through the steps of taking a company public. But the week before this Black Monday, we had had some gyrations in the marketplace that were not good, and it was the Reagan presidency. Reagan was on his way out. He became president in 1981. He won the 1980 election that Carter lost. Reagan won. He won re-election in 84, starting his term in 85. So he was in his last couple of years. He was 2 years into his last term, and the deficits that had been run up by the Republicans and Reagan were record highs, way higher than projected. No one in the administration was anywhere near reality as to what the projections were going to be. His finance director resigned, walked out. He wasn't going to take the fall for this crap. Government spending under Reagan was complete nonsense. Tax cuts were being handed out, and no revenue was coming in. And apparently America was stronger because of it. And then this Black Monday came along, and international international bankers were wondering just what was America up to, and what it turned out to be when it was all said and done was the United States was spending money on the military, unlimited budget on the military without any questions whatsoever, and they were cutting social programs left, right, and center to try to cover it, and they were having trouble getting that through. And the Democrats are going, you can put people on the street if you want and give the military all the money they want, but does that make the country any stronger? Because the core of the apple is rotting from the inside, and on the outside it looks nice and shiny with all those bullets and missiles you have, but you've got all kinds of people, homelessness everywhere, unemployment raging, and the Rust Belt is rusting out from underneath us, which is what was going on. And instead of encouraging business to be business, and encouraging business to, modernize and become robotic and so on by giving massive investment tax breaks for improving your business, they were just out and out giving businesses tax breaks so that they could do that themselves, and they weren't doing it. They were taking the money, paying big fat dividends, and then they were basically building their cash reserves and making deals overseas to get parts made elsewhere, because it was cheaper to have Japan make parts or Korea make parts or China make parts or whoever, rather than make them in America. But this morning came along, and we found that we had already heard. I heard first thing in the morning when I woke up that the markets, the futures were awful, really bad. And so Jennifer and I, we got to the office pretty early, and we found that our quote machines weren't working. We couldn't get quotes because they were overloaded with quote requests from everywhere, and the analog systems we had in those days could not handle the stress on the system already. So I was talking to my desk trader and finding out from him what some of the quotes were for some of the bigger stocks. And what began to happen is that the desk trader would have a list of 15 or 20 stocks and would get quotes from floor traders, write them down by hand the list off to an assistant who would come into the middle of office and then yell out to everybody, these are the current last trades of these stocks. And then they would yell out what General Motors is trading at, what is Royal Bank of Canada trading at, Bell Canada. And we were horrified. I mean, I'm listening to these quotes and I'm going, wow, this stock's off 5%, 7%, 8% down, 9% from yesterday's close. One more in the morning. And this was the deal all day long. And we lost on the Dow that day 22% of the value of the market. 22% Dow Jones drop in one day. And I didn't get out of that office till 6 o'clock at night at least, because I was there all day long. And I pre-called my clients all morning. I was on the phone to my clients, either getting a hold of them quickly and just telling them, hey, I'm at the office. We're going to have a really bad day. I'll call you later. We're not doing anything. We're not going to buy anything. We're not going to sell anything. We're just going to lay low here. Let this thing happen, and then we'll figure out what we do next. And if the client couldn't be reached, I would leave a message on their voice machine, or I'd leave a message with their assistant at their offices. And that's what I did all day Monday. Just try to keep everyone calm. All around me were all these salesmen and wondering what to do. And I was no longer a branch manager. I was only VP at that time. We had a new branch manager who Toronto had brought in. And I wasn't going to be working with this guy past the end of the year. And the salesman that used to be my salesman would come to me and quietly ask me what's happening. What do you think I should do? Because they didn't want to go to the new guy. And I'd give them the best advice I could. The salesman that came into the branch with the new manager, they would go to their guy and ask for advice. And he would give him whatever advice he could, but I don't know if he calmed them or not. I really couldn't have cared less because he and I weren't allies. I was on the way out, and that was that. Anyway, it was a bloodbath, and all day the markets, the quote machines did not work, and you could put an order in to buy and sell stock, but no one knew if you'd get a report, whether you'd get an executed fill or not. It was really bad, and every exchange in the world was affected badly by this, and it was mayhem, complete mayhem. After that day, everything changed. The New York Stock Exchange implemented circuit breakers for the first time to implement the controlling of a falling market, so that there would be trading halts, and that would allow market makers to organize bids and asks and keep everything orderly, because this one day was unorderly. There was no one knew anything, so no one was getting anything done. Thereafter, it was circuit breakers were kicking in, and then the trading systems, the computer systems were dramatically upgraded to handle 100 times the volume that we were used to, just to be over technified. We had better technology than we would need, because at that point we were only good enough to just handle what we were doing. Then they went way over, and that meant brokerage firms and stock markets had to spend millions of dollars to improve reporting systems. It changed the world forever, changed the markets forever, and some people conveniently forget how what the world was really like when Reagan was president, and they look back at him as those are the good old days. They weren't necessarily good old days. There were some really rough spots in there, and this was one of them. And the next thing we heard after that was intervention by central bankers. This debacle that took place meant from now on, Greenspan and Federal Reserve chairman and Bank of Canada guys, Bank of England, European central bankers would now be much more involved in liquidity of the markets and the economies. The other thing we heard within days of the meltdown was corporate America started instituting what was known as buybacks. It's the first time we heard a new common term was stock buybacks. And the big capitalized companies that got the crap kicked out of them, where their shares just dumped, immediately instituted stock buybacks. They had emergency board meetings, and they immediately announced that they were going to buy back a bunch of their stock because their shares had been whacked. And this has been with us ever since. And it changed corporate America, because now presidents of companies and directors, boards of directors, and other senior officers of companies that don't own the companies they work for, they're just employees, they got stock options. They get them on a performance basis. But now they were addicted to the stock price. And now they were using company money to enact stock buybacks to encourage the stocks to stay up, go up. And that way their options would be worth more money. And in effect, they became greedy market players rather than corporate officers to grow the company that they were assigned to grow. Because it used to be a president would be hired by a public company, and that would be a 20-year position. For 20 years now, you're going to run this company. This is going to be your life's work from age 45 to age 65. Now these guys looked at this job and went, that's a 5-year gig. I'm going to, 5 or 10 years, I'm just going to milk this company for all it's worth. And they would jack the market up with any stunt they could come up with, whether it was takeovers, mergers, acquisitions, stock buybacks, special dividends, whatever, because they were compensated. Their salaries, which were good, but not $100 million a year. They didn't get that kind of money. They'd get like a $500,000 a year salary. But if these guys wanted to retire the life of a multimillionaire, they needed to make the money on stock. And so they became stock promoters in a way, along with their board of directors. And so this is how we led to the market being manipulated and jacked up and promoted up with all kinds of gimmicks on the engineered earnings, we used to call it. And through the 80s and the 90s, we had a lot of takeovers of companies. One company would take over another, and that would force those shares to rise up. In effect, you'd be a CEO of a company, and your mission in life, that what you had in your mind, I want my company to be taken over by another company. And you would try to find a way to get your company to be taken over by somebody else, and that would jack up your stock price. And all your shareholders would get a 30, 40% premium over the market, and you, the CEO, would cash in with $50 million of profits because your company that you were charged to work for got taken over. You were happy because you made $50 million. But unfortunately, of the 15,000 employees, only 5,000 would be kept on by the buyer, and the other 10,000 were furloughed. And so you had families who were destroyed financially, even though they had 500 shares and now their shares were 30% higher, but that's not enough to retire on. And now they're 50 years old and they're now unemployed, and they can't get hired by anybody because people don't hire anyone over 50 back in those days. And so we had carnage everywhere with this. It sounded great, it looked great. Some people won big, but many, many lost terribly. And 1987 changed a lot of things, and that was one of them. It was an amazing time. Anyway, do you remember when this group paid Bruce to pay $1,000 to play Yoko? So you're saying I was right? Let's see. The first Black Monday was October 8th, 28th to 29. That's right. That's true. Oh my gosh. There you go. Those are the days. 1987. Love Storytime with Uncle B. That was really crazy. But 6 months later, the markets were at new highs. 6 months, 88, markets were at new highs. All of a sudden, just kept going higher. We're down to 7 minutes to go, by the way. Down 168 on the Dow. We're down 5 on S&P, down 30 on NASDAQ. GameStop at 130.10, up 73 cents. There you are. And let's see. Word of the day, gyrations. Uncle Bruce's stories are worth the price of admission. And let's see. Let's see. Where's Larry? And yeah. What else is going on? Let's go. In 1970, I was a small boy in Bulgaria. Oh no. Let's see here. We have Rocket Lab down 8 cents here with 5-6 minutes to go. SoFi down 28. GameStop up $1.26 to 130.63. We've got Matterport up 60 cents. We have ME up a nickel. We got Spire down 11, ATIP down 17, Smart Rent up 2 cents, Sixera down 22, IBM down 260 at 135.62, Microsoft down 280, Apple down 297. Tesla down $26. What else we got going on? Royal Caribbean down 249 to 78.12. Goldman down $2 at 396.59. Cisco up 65 cents, holding up with this market. Doing the opposite. Cisco is doing a George Costanza. The opposite. Amazon down 21, Facebook up 8, and Google down 5. That's what we have here coming in the last few minutes. The last few minutes of our day. 3 gainers, ME, Matterport, and GameStop, as I see it right now. Serenity now, please. Serenity now. There you go. Yeah, that's what it is. Let's see. My goodness. I know that the in the week after the 1987, like that next 6, 10, 12 days after the Monday, I was a buyer of stock with clients. I was calling clients up in the evening, and I would put buy orders together for the next morning, and we were trying to scoop bargoons off the stock market floor. And we'd buy Bell Canada, Royal Bank of Canada stock, Imperial Oil. We bought like the senior issues of Canada. We bought the best, highest capitalized companies that were on a mega sale. And we were lucky for the most part. We picked up a bunch of cheap paper. And within a week or two, my clients are smiling ear to ear because of the deals they got. And they were grateful that they didn't sell anything on that day of carnage. They were so grateful because all around me, I heard my brokers answering their phones because their clients were calling them because what they were hearing on the news, they would call their broker, and their broker were these guys who were just not being calmed down by the branch manager, which wasn't me anymore. The new guy didn't calm everybody down, and what ended up happening was, in a number of cases, the brokers around me were being controlled by their clients instead of the other way around. And sellers were going in, market sell orders were going in, where you don't even know what the stock's trading at and you're putting in a sell order. And these clients got crushed. They lost just, half their money was gone because they didn't have discipline. The broker didn't know what he's doing. And I'm sitting back going, hey, I'm not the branch manager anymore. I can't stop this. This is not my purview. My clients were grateful. We didn't sell a thing that day. We were buyers. When we could, we started buying. And within a month or two, before I left the firm by the end of the year, by mid-December, we were already smiling ear to ear. We were laughing with the kind of money we were making. And my clients were handed over to Jen because Auntie Jen was a broker in the firm too. And she took over the book when I moved on to take a company public with my buddy. And that's how it went. And it was an amazing time. Like today, like it is now. It's an amazing time now, and it was an amazing time then. Crazy stuff. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're closing up the store here. We're down to 2 minutes to go. And we're going to see how things shut down tonight, and then we'll see what happens tomorrow. That's what happened. Let's see what happens. BW Uncle Bruce, why does SoFi have a massive wall at an odd price of $13.80? I can't answer the question. They're trying to keep the analyst that said barely $20 target paid in his good graces. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. This is no one tells me at SoFi what's going on, and no broker out of New York is calling me to say, hey, I just want to let you know. Because I don't know if anybody knows. I really don't know. We're left to ourselves to guess. $13.82 on SoFi, down 30 cents here, and 45 million traded, and I have no idea why SoFi is trading the way it's trading, but it is, and that's all I got. That's all I got. Ori, thank you for becoming a gold member for popping up to the gold level. Thank you for that. Congratulations. Welcome to the family. There you have it. Anyway, we're down to a minute to go. 130.94 on GameStop, up 157 here. And the Dow's down 162, S&P down 4, and NASDAQ down 21. That's where we are at the moment. And we have tomorrow, Friday, option expiry day tomorrow on a bunch of stocks. We'll see what happens. Rocket Lab down 6, SoFi down 33, GameStop up 153, Matterport up 57, ME up a nickel. Even SmartRent went positive, plus 4. We got another positive here. 4 green arrows today from our stocks. Rocket Lab is down a nickel, unfortunately. It had been positive, but couldn't hold it. Michael, thank you for hitting the bells, and Zool as well. Thanks, guys, for hitting the bells for us. Larry is indisposed at the moment. We appreciate that. Now we know the bells are done. Bells, Alberto says. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Keep on ringing those bells. Keep on hitting those bells. There you go. Our day is done. We're looking at about a 170-point drop on the Dow, a 4.5-point drop on S&P, and NASDAQ down 19. So all three markets are lower, but the S&P is down 1/10 of a percentage point. NASDAQ is down 1/8 of a percentage point, and the Dow is down 0.5 percentage point. So it is a nothing day. Actually, this could be a sign that we've kind of bottomed out, and tomorrow we may have a pop-up here across the board, but we'll have to see how the overnights go in Asia and Europe first to see if there's a recovery coming and just how strong. GameStop looks like it's going to close at 131, up 163, and Matterport at 1630, up 57 cents. ME up a nickel to 621. SmartRent up 4 cents to 819 from what I can see here. Coming through. The 2-year Treasury note closes at a 2-year high as far as its yield is concerned. One of the Fed officials says there could be rate hikes as early as March. So what? A 1/4 point rate hike in March? Like I care. It makes, to us as individuals, it will make no difference. To the bond market, no difference. The bond market is ahead of the Fed. The Fed is behind us. They're trying to catch up, I think. But that's just me. Tomorrow we get the jobs report. That's right, Brad. You know it. That's what we're going to get. Well, let's see what happens. We will, we'll see how this market wants to react tomorrow. If the GameStop wants to have a little rally tomorrow, we'll sell into it with call options. If Goldman Sachs wants to rally, bingo. Cisco rallied today, riding 62, 63, 64 is a good idea for poor man covered calls on Cisco. We'll take the option market where it wants to take us. If our friends at SoFi and Matterport want to move a little higher, we'd appreciate it. We'll start writing calls up there too. Absolutely. Starting next week, I might be telling you folks to start writing options on Matterport because they're only going to be a week and a half away from expiry. These are the January's, Jan 21 expiry, next Friday is the 14th. That's 1 week to go by next Friday. So by next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to look at writing Matterport contracts that expire the next Friday. We'll be talking about that and trying to bring in some money here on some of these various levels. We might be looking at writing 1750s or 20s or whatever, bringing in some cash. We'll watch that, see what's going on. There you have it. Jay Powell speaks on Tuesday, Jan 11, apparently. We'll see what he says. And, time will tell. We'll see what he's got in mind. We'll see what's going on. We have 190 thumbs ups for this show. I do appreciate it. Any thumbs ups you can throw our way, I would appreciate it very much. Thank you very much for that. It all helps. That's the dealio, kids. We don't have a lot else to get excited about today because it's kind of one of those, so days. It's just it's a nothing burger. I mean, we're not seeing a lot of action here on this market today, but we may have turned the corner here on the sell off, because boy, we didn't get any serious selling today on S&P and Nasdaq. After 10 o'clock this morning, it looked like it stopped dead in its tracks, and then we had recoveries on a lot of stocks after that. 204 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. We just broke it. That's great. Appreciate that. So, we may have been in a scenario here where we may have seen the last of a bit of a sell wave for a while, and we may have a bit of a buy wave come in to replace it. We'll see what's going on, and we'll see what's going on. Yeah, Matterport needs those weeklies. I hear you there. I agree. There you are. And there you go. Okay, there it is. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab Jennifer, and we're going to put on our bathing suits right now. And I think we're going to grab the golf cart, and we're going to drive over to one of these pool complexes we have over here, where we have the hot tub and swimming pool. I hate to break it to you, those of you in the winter up north, we're going to go for. I'm going for a hot tub to relax a little bit and loosen up and try to forget about today. How about that? Try to get ready for tomorrow and get some rest here, and power back up tonight. See what the markets have in store for us. But you guys, please stay healthy out there and take care. Thank you, Bruce. I've learned so much. So grateful. Thank you, Ken. You keep it going out there. Everybody, thank you. And stay healthy for me. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30 first thing. Of course, we'll be on prior to that for the update to see what we're watching here in the pre-market. Hopefully, we have some serious direction tomorrow. That's what we want, the kind of direction we'd like to have, and we'll see what's going on. DQ, here we go. Bathing suits, golf cart, straight to Costco. That's right. And enjoy, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, Aurora. Take care, Michael, as well. I already miss Hawaii, says Chris Savage. I already miss it. Splitter, have a good night, y'all. Uncle Bruce, you have to stay healthy too. You got it, kids. Chicago Transit, thank you guys. Good night, everyone from KY. Austin, Speedos, Uncle Bruce. That's what you need. Thank you all for your support of this channel. Thanks for the thumbs ups today, you guys. Appreciate it. 216 of them. Thank you for that. Good night, Uncle B. Chris Savage, you take care, all right? And we'll see you tomorrow before the 8:30 show. And hey, thanks for taking out rants, Uncle B. We're trying, and emotions do get the better of us. We know it's not you. We make the choice to do what you do, so not make you do us anything. We own what we do. It's all good, BW. We love you. Mike, banana hammock time. DQ, it's not a bra, it's a bro. Thanks, Nisa, Sean, and Wendy. Thanks, you guys. DQ, the manzier. It's the manzier. That's it's not the bro's ear. It's the man's ear. All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll catch you tomorrow before 8:30 in the morning for Gold Bagel members, and then at 8:30 for all of you guys. Let's see what this market brings us tomorrow, and we'll see if we can make a couple of bucks. Okay, take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.